Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how the carnivore diet literally changed my life. You might have heard about this diet online or from somebody you know, and you want to know a little more about it and how it affects some people. So in this video I'm going to share with you my experience with the carnivore diet and why I think that you should do it as well. So before discussing my journey with the carnivore diet, I want to discuss why it actually works. Also, just before getting into this, I'm not a doctor prescribing you anything, but also I don't think that credentials mean as much as people think they do. So most mainstream doctors are going to disagree with this diet, and even growing up, it's just a stigma that everybody has that eating red meat is going to give you a heart attack and give you high cholesterol and clog your arteries. Just in our culture, we make fun of burgers and just a bunch of fatty foods that are not good for you, but it's actually the opposite. That's why this diet is so shocking, is because we've all been told since we were born that less fat is good for you, but it's not. So I'm going to be speaking from my opinion and my testimony. Also, I just think the testimonies are the best piece of evidence that you can get. So the carnivore diet, as you can kind of tell in the name, it's basically just eating primarily meat, but eating only animal products. No lettuce, no fruits, no carbs, no bread, unfortunately, but animal products, so like eggs, meat, chicken, fish, cheese, honey, milk, dairy, anything like that. So once again, before getting into my journey with it, I'm going to tell you some of the benefits of carnivore diet and how that reflected in my journey in my body as well. So firstly, it reduces inflammation. You might have heard that sugar causes inflammation, and that is true. This is because sugar stimulates the production of fatty acids in the liver. So when the body digests these fatty acids, the resulting compounds can trigger inflammatory responses. So obviously, carnivore diet, you're not eating any carbs. It is a keto diet, but it is not solely keto to be keto. It's focusing on animal products and whole foods. You will get a healthier gut. So gut microbiome and leaky gut, if you've ever heard of that, it's pretty complicated. The whole topic is just a lot to learn about and talk about. When you're on carnivore, you're going to get a healthier gut because you're not eating sugar, and sugar allows harmful bacteria and fungi to grow in your gut, and this decreases the number of good bacteria and good fungi in your gut. It lowers your blood sugar, so obviously, once again, you're not eating sugar, so obviously it's going to lower your blood sugar. And when you do have high glucose levels, you're at risk for heart disease, strokes, kidney damage, nerve damage, eye damage, and skin problems, which will be a huge factor in my story. Carnivore is the most nutrient-dense diet. So certain nutrients actually are absorbed better in meat. So, for example, iron. The iron forms to the protein in the beef, and this compound is only found in meat, and this compound is easily absorbed into the body, and this is a better source of iron compared to any other plant, spinach, legumes, and even eggs. Carnivore reduces autoimmune responses. Once again, autoimmune diseases are a result of inflammatory response, so we've already covered this. Less inflammation, your body is just happier. And then, of course, most noticeable one is weight loss. When you're eating less carbs and more meat, your body induces a metabolic shift that triggers your body to break down more fat into energy. So now, moving on into my journey. So I'm 20 now, and I started this when I was 19. So about a year ago I started, and I have never went back. So my experience beforehand, I have never done a diet. I've never done an elimination diet. I've always just kind of been conscious of what I was eating, but nothing crazy, nothing restrictive. And so I came across the carnivore diet by Mikhaila Peterson. She does the Lion diet, that's her brand. She just had a bunch of research and a bunch of evidence, and just even from her body, looking at her before and after her carnivore journey is insane. So when I went to college my freshman year, I was so inflamed. I had never experienced this before. It was almost like I had an allergic reaction in my face. I don't know what that was from. Maybe it was from mold in my dorm, or just me naturally becoming sensitive to allergens, but it didn't go away for a while. Before carnivore, I never realized that my body could change so much. I thought I was just stuck in my body, and this is just how my face is. My face is just puffy, that's just how I am. My body's just puffy, that's just how my body is. But I was proven wrong. I wanted to challenge myself, and I wanted to see actually what I was allergic to so that I cannot have this problem again on my face. So after researching, I built my diet, my carnivore diet. It was actually pretty funny because I was in college living in my dorm, so I had to have my carnivore diet in the dorm, which is super hard because you're on a college campus and you have a meal card and you can just go get whatever you want whenever you want. It was challenging to say the least, but it was one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself. Also, a little background on my skin. I have never had acne. Throughout middle school, high school, I've never had acne. Once again, as soon as this allergic reaction came to my face, I started getting crazy acne. And it wasn't necessarily acne, it was like a rash. So that's another reason why I went on carnivore. I was like, I need to do something about this. I can't just sit here and let this happen. So I have a before and after picture of me 1 month on carnivore. 1 month. I saw the craziest difference in my body. So I guess we'll get into how I felt. I felt amazing. I had no more brain fog. I had joint pain before this. It was gone while eating carnivore. I slept better. I was able to take deeper breaths than before. I've always had a breathing problem, but on carnivore I don't. My skin healed. I was happier, and I also felt accomplished. And then also just looking at my body, my inflammation disappeared. My body went back to how it's supposed to be in its natural state, and I was not inflamed. I was not bloated anymore. After my entire day of eating carnivore, I would look in the mirror. I was not bloated. I was super happy with how I looked and how I felt. My clothes started to get looser. I think I lost 20 pounds during the first 2 months on carnivore, and that of course is going to be some water weight because you're not having carbs. A lot of it was fat, which is so crazy to think about. Like, you're eating high fat, but then you're going to be losing fat too. It's like the total opposite of what we've been told our whole lives. And before this, I had tried to count my calories, to go on a macro diet. I've always been active. I've been lifting and everything for a while before doing this diet, and nothing seemed to do what I was looking for except this diet. So after this, first of all, it just changed my life. I got my family on it. I was like, you need to do this. It changed their lives as well. It changed all of our outlooks on food, because what seemed to be nutrient dense, nourishing, actually wasn't. And also, just feeding your body what is best for it is one of the best things you can do. Your body is your home, and you should keep it clean and you should keep it happy. That's what this diet did for me. So after this, I knew I was allergic to a lot of things. A lot of what I was eating I knew I was allergic to. So I decided to take an allergy test pretty recently, and it turns out I'm allergic to basically everything I love to eat. Chocolate, coffee, rice, tomatoes, turkey. And when you do get allergy tested for food, they're going to recommend to you an elimination diet to see what you are allergic to. So if anything, if you don't want to live on the carnivore diet, just try it out for 1 month and then reintroduce foods and see what you're allergic to, literally just for yourself. Some people can eat fruit, some people can have lettuce, you know, just things like that. But I would encourage you to at least do 1 month on strict carnivore. No fruit, nothing else, but just meat and fat, and it will change your life. It'll change your outlook on food and your way of living. So I hope this video helped you out in some way. Thank you so much for watching. I will link down in my description websites for you to research yourself about the carnivore diet, and I really hope that you try it. I hope you get the same results as me. You will. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!